Be sure to check out my friend Mason's shop at nomadautoimports.com. He's also on Instagram and Facebook as Nomad Auto Imports. Support him, check out his site, see if there's anything you're interested in. There's 30 miles an hour, 40-ish. Hey guys, Yoda Code 43 here today with another tour and drive for you. Today, got the chance to check out this 1989 Nissan Pal. First detail I'll show you is the logo up close. Produced by Pike Factory. And this color, I've already learned, is called Aqua Gray. But it's blue. So these cars were only produced for 3 model years, 1989 to 1991. So I've been reading into these a little bit, and it looks like in those 3 years they made over 51,000 of these little cars. And they were related to some other vehicles on the same chassis, the Nissan B1 or BE1, however you want to call it, the Nissan Figaro, and the Nissan March of this time period. And they all shared the same base engine, which is a 1-liter 4-cylinder single overhead cam, throttle body fuel injected, and either had a 3-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual trans. It's 147 inches long, so basically 12 feet, just a hair over 12 feet long, and they were, under 1,700 pounds total. So here, let's do a little walk around so you can see all the different angles of the car. We'll talk about some of the cool features on it, check out the inside, look inside the trunk and under the hood, and then we'll get a chance to take it out for a spin. So you see that, like I said, this is 1989, but this car looks like it came straight out of the 1960s. And it was designed as I call it a lifestyle or a fashion car in Japan. And it's got all sorts of retro styling cues. For example, this tailgate is a split unit where the window folds up and the tailgate drops down. I'll show it in a couple of minutes, but it has exterior hinges that are silver painted. Has an old school styled roof rail on it, and actually this car has a power sliding canvas roof on it as well, which I'll demonstrate a bit later. Then it has these, they're actually only vent windows, they pop out from the inside. I'll make sure to show those too. An externally locking gas cap, and then even the bumpers have the retro style to them. They're painted silver and they just look like, well, crash bars essentially. You can see there's this cool triple set of streaks down the side of the car, and it has exterior hinges for the front doors too, kind of like an old Mini Cooper did. And it has a flat windshield. There's no curve to that whatsoever. Pretty unique, very boxy shape when you look at it from head on. Not much lean in on the side windows. It's cute, it kind of reminds me of a Mini as well. For reference, there's one sitting right there. But the Mini is a lot smaller than this. These exterior mirrors are pretty interesting too. They're kind of like a pickup truck mirror where they're mounted on a bar. Door handles, again with the silver retro paint. And then they have a very unique and satisfying metallic pop sound to when you release them. And close them. Definitely a classic car sound. And then the interior, again, looks like it's straight out of the 1960s. The dash is color-coded to the outside of the car. The seats and steering wheel and gauge cluster all have like an ivory tint to the white on them. So do the door handles and the knob for the window, as well as the grab handle for the door. But then the door also, it's actually plastic covering, but it matches the color of the car. I want to show you under the hood here first. The pull is right up here. There it is, way up there. Okay, so like I said, 987 cc's, so it's a 1 liter. Output is 51 horsepower and 55 pound-feet of torque with a 3-speed automatic. And the funny specification they give for fuel consumption is at a steady 60 kilometers an hour, 38 miles an hour, 55 miles per gallon it'll do with the automatic. But if it had the 5-speed manual, it would do 69 miles to the gallon, which is insane. And it is a 1-barrel carburetor, not fuel injected. Jeez. And then you have your wiper motor, your brake master right there, carburetor under the air cleaner, of course, easy to service alternator with a V-belt, battery right up front. Actually a really simple, easy to work on engine bay, if I'm honest. And this car is all original with 71,000 kilometers on it, something like 45,000 miles. In Japan speak, it's a grade 4 at the auction, which is pretty high praise for the age of car. You know, I think this hood is actually made of fiberglass. It doesn't feel or sound like metal. Interesting. Anyway, that's that closed. The wheels and tires are tiny. I don't know how old these tires are, but they are 155/80 R12s. 12-inch steel wheels. There we go. There's the spec. 4.5 by 12s. They're tiny, but I bet they actually ride really nice. So here, now I'll go pop the trunk. We'll check that out real quick. The trunk pop is actually right here next to the steering wheel. Very loud electric release. This little thing shines up real nice. It's going to give you a nice handle right here to lift up on. And that will stay. Those are still the original struts too that hold just fine. And then to release this, you pull over, and then that releases the bottom half. Can't fully open it because we're close to the wall here. But it has the original spare tire and jack underneath this floor here, which is just a fabric panel. Seems ridiculously clean and solid. And then the rear seat will actually fold over flat if you pull the releases on both sides and push it forward, but we're not going to do that right now. I will show you the window release back here because it's easier to grab from back here. You just pull up, push out, and you have a vent window right there, just like that. Another thing these are known for is this pretty cool seat back pouch, which is kind of like a backpack. It's got netting on the bottom and then this big flap over the top that I don't know if it buttons on or velcros on. I think it buttons on. So yeah, interesting seat back storage. Even the headliner's pretty old school appearing. It's like a stitched up style one. Yep, it has stitch lines all the way across. And then it's also a stitched on liner for the roof as well, the sliding roof, which, like I said, I'll demonstrate after I start it. Really tall automatic shifter in the front there. What a cool retro interior. Let's go take a seat in there real quick. seats are cloth, really tough material. Reminds me a lot of an old Beetle. It has really nice carpeting, nice thick carpeting throughout. And then there's this little shelf to store some items on right here. There is a glove box as well. It's very small, but it is there. You have your HVAC vents throughout the dash. The HVAC controls are actually pretty cool too. So this shows your direction, foot defrost, cold to hot, fan speeds, and then whether you're using recirculated or fresh air, and then there is an AC button. There's also actually a cigarette lighter / power point over here. And then this is the original radio to this car. Probably saw it on the way in earlier. It does have a tape deck. It has the ivory colored buttons. Very cool. Interesting. It looks old, but it feels new. And then there's the lights, which we can turn on here. So. It's a loud signal click. I like all these flip switches on the dash. They're very cool. And this is actually how you control the roof. Up for open, down for closed. Well, that's your little tour. Now we'll get it out for a drive. Sit in the driver's seat here real quick. Go over the gauges. Interesting how the headlights are right here on the stalk. But yeah, cluster goes to 160 kilometers an hour. Your temperature, your fuel level, your various warning lights, and then yeah, 71,000 original kilometers. This car is available through my friend's importing business here in Flint, Michigan, Nomad Auto Imports. And make sure you check out his website, nomadautoimports.com. He also has a Facebook and an Instagram. You can check it out there. You can see around the showroom, there's a couple of pretty interesting vehicles in here. Some are already spoken for, some are still available to be checked out. All right, try this thing out in a minute. All right, we're gonna go for a drive. Probably can't hear a darn thing. Those 12-inch tires and stock suspension ride really, really nice. This car actually fits in out here. No, it doesn't. Everyone looks at you funny. Oh, let's wait for him. Creep on out. I don't even mind the 3-speed automatic. It feels right for this car. Okay. Well, 50%. There's 30 miles an hour. 40-ish. And I mean, if you put your foot down, it's got a little more, but not a lot. There's 55. We're doing 55. I'm just gonna hold right there. There's some wind noise in here, but it's it doesn't feel anywhere near as scary as the Beat did. Nor is tight. I actually have room side to side in here. Rest your arm up on the door and just kind of cruise. And that's what this car is built for. Built for beach cruising, especially with the rollback roof on it. I mean, I'm sure it gets incredible mile per gallon. I was mentioning it earlier in the video about how it gets something like, at low speeds, somewhere over 50 to the gallon, which is awesome. Yeah, this would be a nice little car to daily drive. And the unique look helps you stand out. I love cars that stand out. I mean, that's why I'm driving around a pretty crazy Mercedes nowadays. That you've seen in other videos of mine. I'm gonna hit the horn. That's exactly what I expected it to sound like too. But I mean, it's composed. Yeah, you get some side draft from the wind because it's really slab sided. The car is flat as a board on the sides, but you have the little vent windows you can pop out, get extra airflow in here. You know, say your AC quits, but I'm pretty sure the AC works in here, and it would be, well, it would get quite cold. It's not a big car to fill up with air. I mean, it's in the mid-30s outside with a breeze, so it's pretty cold out, but we got the heat rolling in here, and it's perfect. I mean, actually, my feet are hot. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I got lots more to come. Hopefully, plenty more to come from Nomad Auto Imports as well. Make sure you check out his website, nomadautoimports.com. Find him on Facebook and Instagram as well. Can't say enough how much I thank Mason, the owner there, for letting me check out his cars and do these videos. It's a really unique experience for me, and I'm trying to help get information out there on vehicles that, well, we didn't get here in North America, because it's a unique experience to drive these things around here. So like, comment, subscribe, and suggest other cars you want to see on the channel. I'll see what I can do to oblige that, and we'll see you next time.